Boogeyman band coming round the bend. Is Boogeyman band. Is Boogeyman band.
Hey, my fellow Fry Beans, it's your buddy Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's having a great day. I hadn't planned on doing a video today, but I just can't get something out of my head right now, and I just thought I would share it here. So I'm really not really showcasing a lot, and I'm not doing a full deep dive into this film. But exactly 20 years ago today, I saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake for the first time. It happened on October 17th of 2003. I went and saw it on the 18th with my two best friends, that being Guillermo Preza and Steve Randall. Now, this was actually my bachelor night with my two buddies. My wedding was exactly a week later on October 25th of 2003. My wife and I are going to be celebrating 20 years next Wednesday. And I wanted to just do something, with my friends. I didn't want to go to a strip club, which is sort of, I think, the cliched thing that guys do the week before they get married, or, right before they get married, they go to a strip club with their friends, or they go to Vegas. All I wanted to do was have dinner with my friends and go see this movie. But for my bachelor night, my two friends, we went to dinner. I remember that my wife had stayed. I was still living at home. I lived at home until I got married. And my wife, my fiance at the time, had spent the night with me the night before. And when she left, she was actually going to meet up with her maid of honor, her best friend Melissa, and she left all her makeup in my room at the house. And when she called me, I was actually halfway to meet my friends. She got sort of frustrated by this because we had reservations and everything for dinner, and she hung up on me. And I said, this is not a good omen for a week before I get married. But met up with my buddies. We all worked at the same place. We all worked at tickets.com, or Bass Tickets, if people remember that. We worked there, met up at the building. I left my truck there. We all got into my friend Steve's Blazer. And we drove to my favorite restaurant, which was Stanford's. I still remember ordering the meatloaf and the mashed potatoes. It was, a little pricier dish. And I remember Steve ordering champagne. And he was also flirting with our waitress, but that's just the way Steve was. I mean, he had a girlfriend at the time, but he that's just the way he was, and it was a lot of fun. And Steve ended up being my photographer at my wedding, and Guillermo was my best man. But was so great hanging out with them. And Steve was really a big fan of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. And after we had dinner, we went to see this movie at Century Theaters. It's Cinemark now, but it was Century back then. It was a brand new theater. It had only been around for about 2 years at that point. And packed house. Guillermo wasn't really, I don't think, into horror movies that much. And watching this film, my two best friends, and just sort of being taken away on this journey with Aaron and Kemper and all of the people in it, your main protagonists, as they encounter the Hewitt family, which includes Sheriff Hoyt and, of course, Andrew Minarsi's depiction of Leatherface. It's terrifying. And I remember just even watching it for the first time, some of the set pieces, the suicide by the hitchhiker at the beginning still affects me greatly. A lot of it has to do with just Marcus and Spell's direction and just the way that scene is shot and edited together. It's breathtaking to watch. It really gets me still to this day. The scene where he's chasing Andy out of the house and through the clothesline, and gets his leg with the chainsaw, where Leatherface chainsaws his leg off. That scene always gets me. Yeah, those scenes, and he puts the salt on his wound to treat the meat. It's really disturbing. And of course, the ending where Aaron and Leatherface have their encounter in the slaughterhouse, and she ends up getting the upper hand and chopping his arm off. I mean, there's so many amazing moments in this film, but the fact that I got to share this with my two best friends at the time. Unfortunately, we lost Guillermo a little less than 3 years after my wedding. He died in March of 2006. He had just moved into his home. He was studying to be an immigration lawyer, still working at tickets.com. At that time, I was working in San Francisco at StubHub, and I had tried to get him a job there, but it didn't work out. Yeah, he passed away in his sleep at 26 years old. Yeah, it was a horrible, probably one of the worst moments of my life. And unfortunately, Steve and I although we're still good friends, we don't see each other like we used to. Steve moved to Tennessee in 2012, and then in 2016, late 2015, early 2016, he now resides in the Virgin Islands, where his wife's family are located. And yeah, we talk every once in a while on on a Messenger and things like that. I actually haven't heard his voice in a long time, but I miss him. I miss Guillermo a lot. I'm glad that Steve and I can still keep in touch. The end of that night culminated in me going back home to my bedroom, which I had already started to sort of, pack up, because I knew I was going to be moving out and, within a week. And my wife and I had a little apartment that was actually built by my family that we were going to be renting from my aunt. So I went back to my bedroom, and my wife, or my fiance at the time, called me. Her and her maid of honor, her friend Melissa, were really drunk, and they both talked to me on the phone. Melissa telling me, kind of through slurred speech, that I better be good to Jackie and everything, and that she loves Jackie, and it's a good moment in my life. And I don't know why I've been really down the last few weeks. My uncle passed away, and I talked about it when I did my Dunsmuir video. We just had his memorial about a week ago, and that and these great memories that just seem like a blip in time just made me feel sad a little bit, but also happy. I'm glad that I had them. Guillermo and Steve were really important to me, and this movie will always be my favorite in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise because of it. I think it's what you want in a remake, and I think this one did it completely 100% right. I also just love the cast. I think everybody in the cast did a great job, from Jessica Biel to Mike Vogel to Jonathan Tucker to Erica Learson, Eric Balfour, the late great Arlie Erby, and of course you have to give it up to Andrew Minarski of stepping into the Leatherface role, and I think he did it amazingly, making it his own. Him and Gunnar Hansen will always be my favorite depictions of the character. But yeah, this film is near and dear to my heart. I can't believe it's been 20 years since it came out. But yeah, just wanted to say happy anniversary to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Best to my good friend Guillermo, who's, no longer with us. I miss him, but I know he's in a better place. And best to my friend Steve. I appreciate that friendship. That time in my life is always going to be so special. And I just wanted to share that with everyone. So I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks so much for all the support, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always. Hey, my fellow Fright Fiends, I just want to thank everyone for supporting Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone. If you haven't yet subscribed and you'd like to, please hit the subscribe button down below. Click the bell notification so you're updated every time I drop a new video. I try to drop a video at least once or twice a week. The Horror Zone is a passion of mine, and it really makes me happy that I can share that passion with all of you guys. Thanks so much again for the support, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Take it easy. Stay scared as always.